very end, brother. In a hot toy, you are yet stay. Look at now, really, you in your bed. I pray to God, you beat.
Well, good day, folks, and I just want to have some quick interaction this day. Whatever you are following, and you're on our page KTV on this wonderful and God bless. Today's Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday, the uh, today's the fourth day of April, and like I say, good afternoon, good morning to all of you, wherever you're listening from. And it's a privilege to be out here. It's by God's grace that we keep moving on, and as the year goes by, as the activities happen, there are a lot of things to talk about, to mention, and above all else, we also positive that our country, Liberia, can remain as peaceful as it is, and no matter what the situation is, we would not go amok, would not go at loggerheads. Of course, there will be issues. There are issues, and we want to be sure that we're able to calm these issues so that we are able to move forward as a country like Liberia. So, uh, as you are aware, the voter registration process is ongoing, and for more indication, it ends on the 9th, the 9th of April. But then I'm sure at this stage, almost everyone, because I can't be sure to say that everyone has registered because it will take the time to get to know the final data of the amount of Liberians that are finally registered for the voter registration process or through the voter registration process. But whatever the case is, we are very optimistic that we are going to make history this 2023. We're going to make history this 2023. We're going to be sure that we definitely going to be sure that Liberia are going to be better after 2023. No matter what the situation is, we have to be positive. We have to stay positive, remain positive, so that we can be able to make Liberia a better country. So as it stands, all we see and hear about is or are the energy towards the upcoming 2023 elections. Now you see on the various streets, campaign have not started yet, but the best you can see right now are the pictures, the photos of people who are encouraging, the competition have already started. People encouraging each other to vote. They're saying, register to vote, with the intent. But they because of that message, register to vote. So the Elections Commission is not really, paying attention because anybody can, because that's what the election commissions want, right? For people to go and register. So basically, by registering, by encouraging people to go and register to vote, it doesn't only help the person who is maybe that candidate or that would be candidate who is who has their supporters and want to encourage them to, first of all, they want for people to see them, right? That's the first thing about putting your placards. You want people to see you. When people shall have seen you, then they will take whatever message you have there. So it's all over the country. It's not limited to one county. Everybody trying to make sure their message reach to the point where it's evident that the message to register goes far and wide, so that everybody across Liberia can be registered before the time, February 9th, not February, but April 9th, because few days from now, that process will be funded. And the last time we heard a message that there was going to be postponed, there's going to be extension of the time, but the Elections Commission actually came up and and canceled that particular message. In fact, it is actually until the 17th, but according to the process, the voter registration ends on the 9th. and the NEC is going to be collecting all of its data and equipment from the 9 or right after or from the 10 to the 17. That's how the process is. That's why people heard about additional days. So the NEC have said clearly that they're not adding any additional days to the voter registration process. So if you are not, if if you have not registered to vote, please try to make it your responsibility, your civil responsibility to go and register to vote. Go and register to vote because it's important. Go and register to vote because that is the medium through which you exercise your franchise. Aside from all of the talk, like I will vote for this person, I will be this person, this person is my candidate, we're going to battle it. It's good to know that you are registered, and once you are registered, you're able to be a part of the formal conversation when the issues are being talked about, when the issues are being discussed. You'll be there, to not just be a participant, but you also have equal rights. Your right is yours. That is something that nobody can take from you. That's why it's one person to one voter registration card and one person to one ballot. So as the 2023 elections gets closer and nearer, you're seeing lots and lots of photos. What's your impression, or what have been your impressions so far as it relates to these elections? Because the fears, the anxiety, the expectations are high, and a lot of people, a lot of persons want to see Liberia remaining peaceful. Those of us who have sown ourselves to preach the message of peace in Liberia, we remain very consistent to the fact that we have to be positive in our issues. We remain very consistent that to encourage our brothers to stay away from violence, to stay away from issues, that might lead us uh, 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 to political violence. We don't want a situation where that's why we call it on the government of Liberia to make sure that we are able to let the government itself put its house in order, so that whatever is happening or whatever that have happened, people cannot, resort to violence. People cannot be, be carried away by political, anxiety, especially followers. These are the people who really sometimes light the fire on the, do everything possible to let the match on the fire, because at times there will be issues, right? There are things in every district now. There are things political, wrangling. People are trying to make their candidates heard. People are trying to make sure that they have the opportunity to go on the highest platform, the biggest platform, to make sure the issues of their candidates are well. That's how the politics is. But in the midst of all of this, we have to be careful not to allow ourselves, to get involved into issues that will cause problems for our country. Because this is all we have, Liberia. At the end of the day, we will all remain in Liberia. It's true that you will have the opportunity to go and travel and come back, but Liberia remains a safe place. Liberia should remain a safe place. That's why we're calling on the law enforcers, the Ministry of Justice, the Joint Security, all those who are involved in keeping the peace. You guys should try to make sure that our country is safe. We want to be. We will not rest. We will not rest. We're not going to sleep. We're going to make sure that we preach these messages as consistently as possible, so that we can be able to put the idea in people's minds that there's no need to force and fight. Politics can be competitive, but it should not be violent. It should not be for the reason why people will go and hurt each other, will go and hunt each other. At the end of the day, you might not have the face, because we don't want to resolve, or we don't want to go back. Definitely, when you tell Liberians that we want to go back, those of us who are Liberians will know exactly what that means. Right? We don't want to go back. We don't want a situation where we will go or wake up in the morning, we hear people running helter-skelter because this person is not satisfied with the election results. We're also calling on the government, those of us who have the authority right now, those of us who are capable of making the decisions. Please stay away from the electoral process. Your duty under the Constitution is to support the process, not to meddle into the process. Everybody know what happens. Most Liberians, most of us know what happens behind the scene. It's not strange to hear that people will say after election, that's election. But that still doesn't give anybody the right, because you have the power to go and manipulate anything. You have to allow people to exercise their franchise in the most peaceable manner. Let people have the opportunity to go beyond the ordinary so that they can be able to see what is actually theirs. People should vote not because of fan face or because of party basis. Vote for somebody because that person means well, because that person is able to make the difference in whatever district you are. If you're voting for the president because of the continuity, that is your right. If you want to change the government, that is your right. But don't allow yourself to be totally influenced. Make decisions. Make a very sound decision for yourself. You cannot go to the ballot box or pull. That's why those who are in the habit of being chopped or going places to go register where you don't live, that's a serious problem for you. That's the reason why most of the time we hear on the radio the guys can be saying, "Oh, I'm calling from the abandoned district. I'm calling from this abandoned district." You know, those are things that are very, very much unnecessary. It doesn't make sense at all. Why would you want to register to a place where you don't live? As a result of that, the people, most of the guys, this is the time you will see the best of the human beings. They are coming to you right now with their best faces, their best, behavior because they want to get that food. Imagine what happens after you shall have given them their food. That's the reason why we've already predicted that most of these guys who are in the House, currently in the legislature, who are going for re-elections, and it's not a swear, it's not a curse, but most of them will not return, right? Most of them will not return because of the legacy they have. There are certain lawmakers in the house. Any kind of opinion poll you do on the Facebook, people don't hesitate to shout at them. That's how you know the person is strong. You will look at the election results and say, "Oh, they want to their Facebook my opinion poll." But those are things, those are aspects that people look at. For example, we poll this candidate and this candidate in this district, who will win? And you see people going for this candidate. For example, you get about 50 comment. Then all that 50, you see 30% going for the it's an opinion poll, right? That is not the official election result, but it means a lot. It means a lot because people who are following or people who are commenting, they are going to comment on that particular thing because first of all, they know that person, they know that lawmaker, whether they are being influenced by whosoever they want to go and vote for. But for example, if I say my man Prince Allison, who is watching this live right now, Prince Allison is watching, Tyrus Wonder is watching, Anthony J. Farm is watching from ABC Radio. Anthony J. Farm, my man, what's up with you, bro? Long time, and congratulations on your new appointment, on your election as the co-chair, right, of the E-Mansion. Emmanuel now is also of the E-Mansion Reporters Network. I want to say congratulations to you, and I trust your ability, bro. You know what we did before. I know what you can do. I know what you're capable of. So, for example, we say Prince Allison versus Sarah Smith. Let's do the opinion poll. Who will vote for this person? Who will vote for this person? Don't overlook these opinion polls because these are the kind of things that people look at and say this person is strong. Like, for example, recently I saw an opinion poll from District 10. In fact, I've seen most of the opinion polls from District 10, from District 11, from District 12, from District 7. We're not going to sit on our platforms to call names of politics because that's not a morning time. If I sit down here to talk about someone representative, I need that particular talking. It can be free. We'll pass the stage now where we'll consider on the platform to talk for free. Election time. So you don't want to listen, no problem. You don't want to view that's your business. But we will remain very open on our discussion so that we can be able to preach the message. Our message is the message of peace. We don't want to have a chaotic election. We don't want to have an election where people at the end of the day will be hurt or taken to hospital because they're going to exercise the franchise. We encourage our mothers, our sisters, our brothers to go and vote wisely. Register to vote. That's the first step. If you're not registered, how can you even think about October 10th if you're not registered? It's not possible. So, like for the scenario I was giving, Prince Allison, for example, and Sarah Smith in a race. They will put it on Facebook. The 2 men they were running in District 15. Come here, what's up? Who will win? But people vote for Prince Allison, it means a man strong. Or people vote for me, it means strong. It depends. Who you want? We don't look these opinion polls because they matters. For people to say, I will carry this person, sometimes And they say when Paul bound story change, if possible, maybe before the election date, people will have different allegiances, people will have different alliances. But the people who are strong enough, the people who have had direct impact on their love, on their constituents, these people are the ones who are going to emerge victorious in October 10th elections. There are people who have been very consistent. Just of recent, we listened to the arid report, the grey sheet of lawmakers. A majority of those bloggers managed to go to that place and remain mute for the entire years they've been there. Oh yes, there are some people who, there are some lawmakers who go to the chambers just first of all to be there for the sake of when the speaker call your name, answer present. Good, you can get point for that. But to just sit in that place consistently, persistently, for the whole time and don't say anything positive at all, or impositive, just to say something, so many can do it at all. Absolutely. Absolutely, don't say anything. Like in District 15, Abu can talk. So when I saw the last time, I said, well, what do you expect for our camera to talk? First of all, our camera the chairman for Hajo Cabo. They may not know they go Abu. What going to inside there? To be frank, the man is strong in District 15. Abu Kamara is strong in because all the people who have been in our district 15 there, tell you there, for example, all of them lost for the scene. I just saw someone post recently, people welcoming, but tell you I don't want to be represented again. So you want, if you thinking that you're going to come back, you're wasting your time. Abu get that district, and you see Abu knee all on the police picker. District 15, I'm a district, I was just there the feet and I registered there. you get tell me that play, we get our property down there. So our eyes are there continuously and consistently. We're not gonna be saying and like you sat down there, you say you won't be lawmakers, you won't be representative. You sat down there all these years, all this time, no impact at all. Nobody there making any impact. Then you think you go be Abu. Abu already strong. Abu has a district now. Abu just look the way Abu looking now. Was looking the time Abu was running behind. I ain't looking. Abu been very consistent. Even at the high at Edo's peak, Abu Ni was always in the district. That's why you see it was a very easy, even though there was some serious violence that went on during his election, but he won. He won the district because he remained consistent. Abu was always in the picture. Oh, Abu doing this. When Abu saying no, Sepe, you know, doing this, Abu doing this. That's how people got to know Abu and remain consistent. So they come and play a role. They come and play a card. So if the man wins the 2023 election, it will not be strange. Because even in that district now as we speak, there's no permanent competitor. If you think a lying, call somebody name from District 15, who you think I can stand for Abu and B. Call that person, nobody there, because you made a play. You made a play lazy. You made a whole District 15 with all that amount of people down there. I mean, I play lazy. You let one man. So yeah, me looking at Brush. We name that looking at Brush. We name it Banana Avenue. We name it Banana Avenue. It will be alright because men put a new offend. They make a guess all. They make everything. They leave that boss there on the ground and they walk in the tree. They say in the yard you put a new on it. Leave that boss there. He will put a knee on it. That's the mess. That's the man. But the ball can talk in the horse. The ball is not a talkative. Maybe you will say that the man is a strategist. I agree. There are some people they don't really let talking too much. Like, we let too much. We not too much talking, but at least we can make impact on our other side. But in District 15, I feel so. Sometimes it bothers me a lot to know that people will want to be represented in the way for last minute of time. 1 year to the election, when you come in, who coming for you now? Would you stupid or you think like no, we're not stupid. The people who have been there and the people who will vote for, the people who know you bring money for America, who will eat it. You bring money for America, who will drink it, who will eat it, kala, will eat your money. And you will now win because what? You have not done anything. In the politics in Liberia, and not like the one in America. No, America already developed. You must have an impact, consistent impact with the people. Make your name feel Make your name known. Let people get to know you. And not every time people will use money to win election. How many times you hear it? The last time I heard that somebody, I saw money being used. Physical money being used. It was District 17 election. That election have flocked William Take from District 17. William Vanin Take. The Tomba fire go off finally. Hassan Kiasuru King. I think Kiasuru used to be the controller to the Ministry of Finance. Physical money that they don't use. So imagine the CDC government, the men were not in power first, and they were desperate. Then the men in power, they get money, they get control, they get the finance. And when everything bringing new money, they want to ask a note. Then I tell you, you're obedient. You're making fun. You're making fun. The only thing we want to encourage, we tell our men and say, my man, no need to be violence. No need to be violence. There's no need to be violence because the thing, the ratings are there. Don't make violence, to call attention on you. When you go do things where you're not supposed to do, the thing where they account great men did contact. You have no right going to go show yourself, man. You government, the opposition like it, they don't like it. CDC government like government. CDC government like it, they like it. Opposition like opposition. They will talk to you, they will cause you, they will do anything about the opposition. When you want to fire back, you fire back. How you do it? But don't go to the same way you will go in physical confrontation and people be hurting. Those kind of things not correct. Don't think a carry man way back. Liberians are still traumatized. Starting from the 2003, from 2003 until now, those of our children who were born in this particular time until now, they are living somewhere. Some of them have not managed to see the kind of violence that happened over the years. We want to save our country. Let our children know that this country is a good place. It's a good place to live. Government should set example. Those of you who are followers of the government, they get government journalists and our men on the radio. We're looking at them. The men are getting money. It's not a problem. Not everybody can get the money at the same time. For those of you who call yourself journalists, today you are putting people against each other. Time will tell. Time will tell. The profession should be neutral. But since because of the kind of situation in Liberia, neutrality is very difficult to come by, we don't have problem, right? Go ahead, sell yourself, sell your stomach. Do everything you can do to make sure that you gain what you want to gain. But at the end of the day, austerity will judge all of us. You don't have to be on the biggest platform or on the biggest nation. We will talk. The person that will hear me, they will hear me. The person that will not hear me, they will not hear me. What the essence? The internet is open to anybody. And I can't only lie to say people can join me, people can be following me. Because I'm cursing, I'm attacking Jawia or I'm attacking opposition. So nobody will not complain. All the people like that's the kind of mindset of the people in Liberia. They let you hear you cursing. Maybe the hearing cuss out or hear you abusing somebody or you talking bad thing about the person that they will come. But massacre can cause when the time is very reach the point I can use some words and it will be all of, but it's not necessary. What's the need? What's the need? We're not greeted. We are contented. That's why we'll keep pushing. We're not tired. All is not 100%, but at least God gave us life to work and we'll continue working. That's why we're not going to lay our stomach down for anybody to work on. Or when you do something, we'll talk it. You not like it, you go to different country. And when the president misbehave, we'll talk it. When the vice president misbehave, we'll talk it. When the opposition asks to pay, we'll talk it. We're not going to sit down and say, because they say, the president, the government. The people in the government should try to desist from violence. That's the message I have. The people in the government should try to desist from violence. Violence will carry you nowhere, only make it worse. You can't sit down there. No, I can't cause my man. I can't cause, you know me. I can't cause. I can't cause. Causing can help you to go anywhere. I agree, it will give you popularity, it will make you popular. But the fact of the matter is that you have to speak the messages that will make the people to live their life better. Those of you are in the government already the government, opposition like it, they go and counter. They think about, sometimes the position we have, we can't just presume or prescribe because there are a lot of people who listen and follow us, right? So we just conclude that the government will win the election and give people say, they never everything buying. Rack, we don't get it. But from the kind of way we see things going in the country, opposition coming together. What are they will come together? And like on October 10, they will come together. Okay, they will come together on October 10. Okay. They may say we again. You like it, you not like it. You tie of faith, you tie of bond. They may win again. Because the bases have already been laid. Opposition, no, the day you dismantle, you go bring. They may look at Liberty Party, they scatter Liberty Party. For the time Liberty Party speak, I know that there's a second term for Joe. We are straight. President, we will go for the second term. You not like it, you go to different country. Simple. When we talk here, they say, oh, with Joe, we are man, with Joe, we not get no for this. I wish we could live in a country where professionals would take to the media and speak. There are people in this country who have kept their neutrality and consistently they are making impact. But there are a lot of us who are so ourselves. And people can sit on the platform for 1 minute without being emotional. People can sit on the platform, on a real platform, for at least for a few seconds, speaking the truth without putting prejudice. You judge somebody because you don't like them, because you're not supporting them. Well, I would tell you to say, I know that the government will win the election. You won't ask me why? Wait for my next edition, I will tell you how the government will win the election. Because the oppositions have brought themselves to the position where they don't have that standing ground. There's no way you're going to election. I see Joseph Boga stay fighting for running mate. At this time, you get running mate. What are you start go for the running mate? Because then you gotta get a face. Because the running mate, it is the standard bearer and his vice standard bearer who are going to be the face. So that people will see it. When people don't go for the standard bearer, they will go for the vice standard bearer. Just because of that. But up to now, you're looking at time, but the time flies. Time flies. Today is April 4th. Before you check, we'll be in June. They will start talking about the real election now. The real campaign time, and they will start fighting each other now. Because no, people will not be patient. All the things that we're talking here, go in the now. Go see the amount of the baby, they finish putting up. You see some person inside you. You see some person inside you. Be thinking, why the person was living in Liberia before? There are certain people who will just be participating. There are certain people who will just participate. Like my man, Achisano, me, I know one day go with smile on. Achisano, Bishop Koto, I never give up. I never wrong again. Every time they will go again. Yeah, because I talk about this because the person I know, like my everyone in there. So now you tell me what the person I know. I know Robert here there, but Jason Sibo, the Sibo Lord Mego, the message come, it will we again. But somehow we are there, so who know what will happen? That election, that Nugu Town, one thing I know about Nugu Town, the person here with Nugu Town, it will be allowed. I will tell Bishop in our single era, or maybe Congo Town era. And you see they from District 6, Samuel Enders won in that era there because I played a mixed era. But Nugu Town, the people don't like pray, they are pray people that pray. When you pray, the people will not vote for you. You get some, you're loyal, but you don't get it. That's why we're talking. You see the election, I just something that we just say people just can't. Nobody will get free ride the particular election. Even Abu like in District 15, Abu can get free ride. Somebody will come and give some battle to Abu. But the reason why we show that at the end of the day, Abu will be victorious. Because, District 15 like our era. We follow the politics down there on a daily basis. And we just need to make a looking at brushing on the Abu Avenue. Why you been sitting down? They may get the money, they may get the power, they may be working from time to time. You know, I can't talk about Abu, I'm a man. So what we can see, the thing we can see that we can talk. We can influence the people. We can hold and we say go vote for the person, go vote for the man. But some people they can't us, and we not go there to go beg people. No, we not beg us. No, God forbid. We will talk the issues. We will tell all people that the particular person don't vote for him, don't vote for him. Even at 10% say at 10 for you go there. That percentage at 0% you go there. That people will not vote. But when you just sit down, you sit down all through the 4 years. They are any day you can't say you want me match. You think that match can win election? That match is a calculation. We are against voter choking because voter choking is bad, but that particular voter choking, the calculation, the may get exact, the may just chuck in exactly 1,000 votes. Maybe when the election harder, that the may get 5,000 votes, then other 2,000. Then people win election with 6,500 votes. You know, yeah, before We have close election, somebody can win. Even 5,000 people, so they do a calculation. And I hold all the money around the people doing a district, all the money when people do it, maybe I earn they know get 4,000 and make exactly 3,000 add on the bank. We make a man make it 7,500. Because the small one ever put just say, I'm a man, I'll let you, but let me just put it there. So we make a man, people win. The prediction we're making is that most of the guys who are in, they will not go back. Now, the problem at the election, that this is the first time. This is one of the first time that you see the democracy is so one-sided because the CDC government have played their game. And why you see they will not need a time again. And you know what? Against we still know that Maggie working on a call. Maggie working, you think Maggie not working? The government, American government, and people say no about that man, but the man working on the ground because Maggie play a very important role at the time of his dismissal from government, what is dismissal or his resignation. Maggie was the one or the guys among in Samuel 12. These are the guys who orchestrated the plan to this. You know what Samuel 12 said they will weaponize the media. Go check him around how many media entities, how many media entities count that are strictly governmental. Weaponize those boys use physical cash to enter in the opposition, dismantle them. That's it. In the long run, I know that ANC and CDC will come out together because at the end of the day, my man, ANC now far from CDC. They remember they come on the same screen. CDC born it is, although it was a breakaway, but ANC actually came from the screen or the idea of CDC. So those two parties for me, I don't see much difference between them. It's just a certain time, certain political time when you see one candidate getting battled. That's why people can monitor the political atmosphere in Liberia. When you see certain candidates is being battled for other something they have done or something they have said, it means there's something very interesting about that candidate. Most of the time, people, one of the major issues people have with Joseph Boaga, OH. For me, OH doesn't matter in politics. The president say the president make it be sleeping if he do work. The president say the president can be sleeping a day if he do work. Yes, the person should be physically fit, but when you talk about the man, he tell me say the man we should not vote him because he owe a man, and you get no issue. That's why we will always talk about stigmatization to characterize somebody or to classify somebody because of the physical appearance, right? Joe Biden will be turning 87. Joe Biden will be turning 87. So that man can be falling out from on the plane step. You not see Joe Biden falling out here from on the plane. I'm probably not falling out 3 different times on F1. They get a view there on YouTube. I'm almost fall down. You're going to fall down flat, but he missed the first step, he missed the second step. It doesn't matter. But the people have put the system into place where that particular thing will not be repeated. That by the presidency gives that individual advantage over any form of disability. Oh yes, the president is entitled to have expert or advisor for anything that is getting happen. If the president won't they want him. In that one hand to go do the way and come back. Call expert, for instance. That's all. I say, but they I want to sit down. I want my hand to go do the way and come back. And the president, that's the power of the president. Anything you want to do, you can do it in the president. That's why you see people can be raw. They go to the presidency, they learn. They can learn it. You learn on the job. There's no law against that. All in all, what we say is that we should be able to keep this country peaceful. People should not go to elections with violence. Do not hit somebody because you not like the person candidate. That's not election. Don't go fight. Don't go cause. Maybe, for example, in District 7 District 7, our man in my town in District 7, the man strong in District 7, but the coach there, that papi, the thing that made that papi strong in our West Point in that District 7 area, that papi get how they can call it this one-on-one relationship. That papi get what to you. One of them know you can't. One of them when you have two BB clothes. One of them say go in session one time wear a coat. Go Solomon George. I'm based on that you can talk some something, but the problem Solomon George doesn't have
that authority in the CDC as it used to be like before. You know the guys did? A lot of things have happened over the past time. The CDC have changed formation. The government itself have changed its formation. Those of you who thinking that Jowia will go be running campaign for your career, won't battle for 2023. Jowia will be focusing on battle. So if you now play your game, I see all of you taking a picture, taking a president picture, you're putting it behind you. Oh, do you once you have done your work, you have done your work. The president picture will only be a leverage for you now. The president picture will only be a leverage for you now because why you've done your work. But if you have not done anything at all, yesterday I said because I CDC, you do will rusted they were 30 knots, say you will get 8 plus 30 knots because they will flock you. They will flock you. You go to the election. Those of you who know that you will lose. If you know that you will lose the election. I mean, most of the female never know that they're there because a certain man they can give for the female contestant. I'm about international something. I'm about a female. I go spend some money for eat it and finish. But the election process is very serious. The election process is very serious. We want to make sure that we are able to caution our people. For me, I'm working here. I wasn't on the side, but the attention, they play my property air, they play my attention air. We will not rest from District 15. We will not rest in fact, starting from today, we will start scrutinizing all the ugly pictures that we've been seeing. Oh yeah. All the pictures that we've been seeing, or we haven't seen before, we start seeing it. We start marking them out to know where they're coming from. Because some of them don't know where they're around. How you say that let one man get complete control? Then you can't say they won't beat them. The man get control. You know the man get control. The man get control. You sat down there all the years. You let the man to get complete control over the district. Then you come and you say, you vote for me, Abu Dhabi. You can't toss it, you will go by you. It mean nothing. It mean nothing. Because you sat there, so apparently, let me turn on there. What you want to do? What you want to do? I'm looking at, they say, Teacher is in Abu Yana, Teacher 15 at Abu Ya. All these places, these representatives, they play their part. Now they coming to you now. Now you see them now, we short to say, share and be stopping. We be speaking small, we speak faster. Someone all that no one on and when you trust me, no one. Now you pick up my video number for example, my video answer you because like the time so when you miss the time, you will not get it again. So we want to. For me, I don't see a major competitor for Abu in District 15. In District 16, the election will be tense. Desin Sibo, he's not having a good time at all. Desin Sibo is not having a good time because Samuel Weir has gotten stronger than ever before, and a lot of other guys are there making impact. Bishop Kondo stayed there. Bishop Kondo, the problem they will not win, but the problem they can reduce the vote. And election representative election get second term. A simple majority. When you get 100, I get 102, I win you. That the representative election. You get 100, I get 102. 2 votes and you win. So, but how you looking? You reduce the vote. Some people now get the mindset of winning. They just win that election to destroy. And they get support. Once I see my uncle picture on the ballot pass, I will vote for him because I'm a winner. My uncle, even he give me shit. And my uncle, I earned there, he something for him. So imagine how the people are closely knit in these communities. How people are close together. Just recently, a document was being signed that is committing all political parties to free and fair elections. We want to commend the architect of that document and also incumbent upon all stakeholders to make sure that that document is not just paper, but it should be implemented. It is incumbent upon political leaders to talk to their followers, to behave themselves. Violence is not, unique to one person, one group of person. You only get control over it when your turn. Oh yeah, when your turn, you can beat anybody. You can subdue anybody, but when you're time, there are stories of people in Liberia who have had power to their fingertip. Today they are nothing. Today they are nowhere. We went hear the news again. They finish. Some of them they fuel war. And the reason why we will not rest on the work and go building. They fuel war today. They will get them power, but they get money, they get power, but they get no prestige. They get money, they get power, they get prestige. They know that say we not call them. Some people never hear about work and go. They can be treat me. Oh, walk and go. You like be delay. The time will come. Only they will be asking for alone. You're zero yourself. Your make yourself gullible. Your thing at Liberia will remain the way it is forever. When you in power, you should do your power work so that at the end of the day, people will know you for what you are. If you bad, you must do some good. Because everybody can be the same. If you good, try to do some bad so people can get your name. Don't be there every day. You keep doing things to be hurting people's hearts. That's not the way. They sweet land of liberty. They land where our father then died. That our pride here. So anybody who we putting in our position, we should be able to scrutinize them. Those who are thinking that on election day I will vote him and down I go vote. Those are the stupidest people. Sorry to say, do not vote because somebody giving you money. The only time the election will go a second round unless there's a dispute, serious dispute as a result of discrepancy. At the time, like in the case of the by-election that brought between Telia and Abu, there are a lot of other examples. We want to encourage our guys, those of us who have the authority, those of us who have the platform, those of us who can make people to think and move according to what we say. We should think wise before we put out messages. We should be able to make sure that we are able to make an impact. This is the year. This is a watershed moment. I remember Pavel Livingstone, the former communication director at NEC, who is my former teacher at the UNU. One thing I took from him, we should make use of the watershed movement, the moment at which history will be made. That is the time you're supposed to stand. Nobody should stand on the fence now. If you have control over people, this is the time you should be able to talk to them. Gentlemen, vote wisely. Vote wisely. My husband, please vote wisely. My wife, please vote wisely. Don't force somebody to go and vote for somebody because you can't control that person. That is an infringement of somebody's civil right. Voting is not by force. If you force me, I'll just read all the people and they'll be invaluable. And you can't do nothing. You will not even know. So, we want to encourage everyone. The competition rises in every district as the day goes by. Competition in every district continue to get tense. What happened in District 10 of recent? Everybody saw what happened. We watched the videos. We saw how people intentionally went, to tame other people. Those are the kind of things that we're talking about. There's no need for the show of strength. You're a giant like a giant. You like it, you're not like it. The person like a giant. When the person will be you, they will be you. Yes, you will try. Somebody will say, "Oh, I will try." But when somebody is strong, the person is strong. You can't allow yourself to be carried away as a result of perpetrating violence. Because at the end of the day, you will have to answer questions. Yeah, you have to answer questions. Liberia is a sweet country. The fear in us, the proliferation of arms, illegal. Imagine the ones that they can catch to the people, those drugs, and the ones that they can catch to the people. Those illegal substances that come in Liberia. Imagine the ones that can cross the port or the various entrance with all people getting to know about it. All people getting to know about it. There's something special about the president. We are meeting the CIA that most people tend to play down and make low, right? The CIA, all through my years of study, the CIA is not an organization that is deep to just downplay their actions. We're not saying anything terrible have happened. Already seen the result. The president is back in the country. Everything's okay. But there's a need for this government to put some checkpoints to certain things that are happening. There's a need, though. Don't say we don't want you because of people that get the platform, they get a huge follower, people listening. They don't talk about the real issues. The issues that are affecting the reason why there will be some stumbling block. These are the issues that we're talking about. to be called by the CIA to answer questions in an ordinary thing. Nobody want to know. Nobody know what exactly happened between those. But it's not good. How often have you heard a head of state being called by the CIA? It doesn't happen easily. The CIA director in King Liberia, yes, of recent. The director of the CIA visited Liberia of recent. CIA don't just visit for nothing. Although there are people plenty here already, but to have the head of the CIA coming to a particular country is not ordinary. We want to caution those who have the power to be careful with what is going on. We don't want this thing to spread over. It's as easy as simple, but the least mistake, things can go amok. Opposition should try their best to pick up a phone that will give them the voice. The opposition should try. All is not lost. But what hurt me most about this opposition, personally, it became my personal feeling. Although my personal feelings, it doesn't really matter on this program. I try not to be personal about issues. But what is happening is that, for me, I think to some extent, the opposition have lost its formation. Those of you who were in Liberia or who follow the internet, if you follow June 7, that famous June 7, that was the time when the opposition was strong. If for any reason the opposition had remained consistent. But the guys played their game. The guys played their game. They made them use physical money to dismantle. You think all this breaking away, falling apart and nothing, or you think all the car that Musa Bede buy for Liberty Party, you think that you won't buy it? You think that Musa Bede won't buy all that car there? Or is it because you get money, so your money will be showing it? There's some things you don't know that you need to know. You got to follow us. For us, there's no allegiance. We get kind of say, I'll talk about government, I'll talk about opposition. Opposition blown will come talking. Government blown will talking. At the end of the day, we'll be on the team, we'll say, my man, that will discuss it. Oh, yes. All that kind of Musa Bede buy, the thing that people, I agree, Musa Bede get money, but you think that he want money, you use to buy all that car. You can see, because you can see, you want to make noise. About Bede, you work on a platform, you can be attacking each other. People attacking so. You don't know what the politicians are doing behind the scenes. You just count on Facebook because you get asked on the Facebook phone. You post all kind of nonsense. At the end of the day, you start fighting each other. It doesn't make sense at all. Whoever Joseph Boakai chooses to be vice president, it will not mean nothing. Joseph Boakai let him on top of his head, but the grip that the opposition had, they feel lost in that grip. They have lost that grip seriously. The government is in charge. You go all you can and the CDC government is in charge. Let's agree that they are doing things. Maybe we say there are always issues, right? The government in charge. You will not know the government in charge until the time reaches. There are a lot of instances. When it comes to the election, man, I'm not joking. Government not joking. Men won a second 10. All the representatives who won on CDC ticket. If you don't fight a battle, don't think that Joria will win all the campaign. You can't go wrong campaign for you. You wasting your time. Except maybe that day Joria won't go in our community, and then it will be a lucky day. But don't say that there you say the president will go wrong campaign for you. That lie. If you say that there, you say president we are going wrong campaign for you, then you will lead all of campaign and you can't run for you. Lie. You making fun. He will be there. But now, I'm not telling you, people here will be they flog that people there. Go ask when is Thomas Fala. Go ask Lily Polita way. I want people who we are not put their hand on you, they now flog them. Don't think that the president will go wrong campaign for you. If you see vision, you play your game well, you're not worried. And when you sit down there, you allow the district to be mocked, to be a loggerhead because you think that you get a power in a ruling party. You will lose the election, you regret it. Those of you who are resigning, they asking you to resign. People sending back. When you lose that position, you go run for everything. You win it, you're not come back. When you lose your position, you resign. Because you want to run for representative, make sure you do everything. Go to your God, the God that you get. Let that God get you that position. Because when you lost that position, the other person will take it and you will not go back. You don't people standing back The government, I mean, look at it, they send it back on the position, you're running for representative and sending it on right? People looking for a way to get job, they get it. Even at 2 days, the person said, already 2 days before election, resign on a 2 months, you resign from that position and get other people the chance. I think that's what we're talking. Me, I know the co-economy on the TV government, I co-economy by that. We won't discussing that thing again. We won't discussing it again. Because the election, why people say he must resign, co-economy say he must resign 1 year to the election. Then people, all the now people say, waiting for the time to resign. Like that, why resign? You resign, but no, at the end of the day, you have to resign. Because once you start running campaign for me, you're in that position again. As far as concerned, once you start running campaign, we see your picture all around. It means you're in that position again. So we are putting the person there, and when you do that position, make sure you win that election. If you don't win that election, you can't go back. They may have to make it for. Those are you in the district who represent them, who your whole life depending on now why you see some of them, but that in the position they can die. Most of the representatives, when you see them, most of the representatives that have lost their life is because the expectation after the representative job was not met. Oh yes. So frustration carried them and they end up dying. Yeah. Some people think that only government job they can live on, they can live by. There's no way they can make life again. All the top politicians there in Liberia, they won't go in politics. You see somebody yesterday in America for some time, we remember the person who will be represented. No problem. God can send you. God can choose you. The competition should be there. Our focus is people should stay away from violence. Those of you who are leaders, those of you who have the opportunity to talk to other people to make them to do well, ask your people to stay away from violence. That's the best thing to do. Because besides all the talk, at the end of the day, when you kill yourself because 2020 election, you will die. Who will go? The people will cry. They have memorial ceremony for you to do. People wear blood, the whole casket. At the end of the day, you die because somebody in torment. I wish those of us who have favorite platforms, can see reason to at least instill some professionality in our broadcast, whatever platform you find yourself. Yes, it's important. Even if you're a loyalist, even if you're somebody who is with a particular party, you know that once you are on the air or you on a radio on a particular platform, you should try your best. Because some of the things that can happen in the country, it can be because of the very media, people in the media who feel that this is Kigali. They sit on the radio and just say things, and or even having proof, or because of self-interest, of self-prejudice, all kinds of things they just do. At the end of the day, the entire society is at loggerhead because one stupid journalist, one stupid journalist sit down on the radio and talk nonsense. You know the power of your power. Oh yes, we encourage our men and women. Not everybody can be to where you are. It's not possible. Not everybody can have the opportunity to see where you are seeing. Not everybody can have the opportunity to rub shoulders with the people you rub shoulders with. But it doesn't mean that you should take advantage of the profession or the people's mind, and do things all the way. Support your candidate. Support whoever you want to support. That's your right. That's your choice. But do not allow your support to lead to violence. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. There are people. That's why you see people always look even in the heat of the campaign in America. The last time we saw electoral violence or after election violence was during Donald Trump days, right? That is a lot of things. That particular thing is lot to talk about. So I don't want to dwell on it a bit because America, as we know, is the best, if not the best democracy in the world. It's one of the leading. Yeah, there are countries who have very good democratic record ahead of America, but America is a complete benchmark of Liberia. We want to encourage our brothers, our friends, those of all who have the authority, those of all who have the voice. Let's stay away from violence. It doesn't pay. It makes no sense to fight somebody because you want them to vote for somebody or they don't want them to vote. The particular District 3, I'm in District 3, Buchanan. We want to say We've been observing the situation already. We know exactly what is going on. We know exactly what is going on. We know. Huh? We know. If you sit down, allow me the time, you say, oh, my candidate come, allow me the time, I will. When we come outside, we'll take you lie, you wasting time. Every day, once you enter the election year, every day counts. Every single day counts. That's why you see people coming on leave. If you're working in a private company, you want to represent the job, you resign because you gotta engage, you gotta visit, you gotta eat with people, you gotta lay down with them, you gotta sit with them, you gotta get them money, you gotta get both money, you gotta get both food. All the money you've been saving at time about to eat it, bring it outside. You not bring it outside, you will not know that you're not winning election. How you winning election? Also, all people who been working, I say, ìdílé people stupid. I remember when I stupid, the country, the hard time and make people can get. There are certain people they can be in certain crowd. They don't know the reason why they are there. When you look at the faces of people who can go to the political gatherings, it's not that they are happy to be where they are, but sometimes they don't have option. Some people don't have option. I mean, if Liberia was a country where the economic is working for everybody, people got jobs and people moving about their business, these political rallies will not be packed. People not waste their time to go sit down or somebody political rally from morning to next month. People can't even eat. So people pay their own way. They get food to eat. They go to the places there to cheer one politician, one stupid politician. We having, you think people were having a daily bread on time and making ends meet on time. You don't waste that time. We will waste that time to go sit down to some politician hall from morning to night. That person when they win at the end of the day, before you see that you gotta go pay for. Nobody want to do it. No man of a sound mind will want to go and sit down to any politician hall from morning to night simply because to get small cash for them. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But this is the society we find ourselves. That's why we have to preach against violence at all costs, at every level. Gentlemen, there's no need to fight. There's no need to make noise. There's no need to fight for somebody. At the end, it's all you get called by a can't agree. All that thing you're doing, all we know that you get can't agree. You can see when you hear them talking to each other in the hall, you just feel they coming for it. When you hear them talking, you just feel they coming for it. But they ain't see them shaking hands. Ain't see them hugging each other. You who can be killing yourself or for a minute, you're stupid. And I will tell you, say, there's no need to fight or kill yourself or any politician. Support. Be professional in your support. Engage. Be strategic. You don't have to go physical. I mean, you can be strategic. You do something and at the end of the day, you win the battle, before the battle even start. For those who can want SYS, you show yourself, you want full loyalty. And that is R7C politics in Liberia. Now, what causing the violence? R7C, belly driven. People fight for what they will get at the end of the day. Yeah. That's what happens. That's what always happens. You know, we are sure that Liberia is better. Liberia is getting better. Better than where we used to be. With the proliferation of oppositions, the joint venture, they coming together. We hope that the opposition can get a strong face, get a clear face. Until now, as far as we're concerned, Joseph Boga is the strongest opposition candidate. That you cannot override it. That's why you see the politics is being played the way it is because of the majority, the experience, the time, everything is matter. But George Weah is above Joseph Boga because he has the presidency and he's the current president. So what the battle is now is who will have won. We'll start our opinion poll, but next week we'll be visiting the favorite streets. If elections were held today, Joseph Boakai or George Weah, who you vote for? People have already seen the workings of the government. People have already seen. So what happens is that we need to dispel violence. We need to tell people to stop carrying on things that are uncalled for. It doesn't matter. We got our children to protect, we got our families to protect. At the end of the day, we all will have questions to answer. So if you're a sedition, be a sedition and be a professional sedition. You don't have to resort to violence. You already get the power. What you want to show? My man, you think about power when you get it. When you get it in your hand, people get shake. People will shake. There's no need for you to go fighting for something that's already yours. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. Why go with they share that on me already for me? I know they share for me. Every day they share for me. Then why should I go for the share? You want to take it? You take it. They work for me or count on me. But when you engineer violence, when you stay in the gap and say, "Oh, I am the king. I get the power here. And then nobody will do anything to me." And the people taking record. There are people who were in power before today. They are no more. Austerity judged them so badly on the death how to take them mysteriously, unmercilessly. Some people killed. Some people are carrying on a lot of ritualistic killing just because they want to be power. Not by a normal thing. That's why we keep telling people to engage their family members. Stay away from places that you don't know. Stay away from gatherings that you are not invited to, so that you can be safe. This is election year. People ask, you don't know who is who. Some political gatherings you got no business going there. Who told you that you can stay home? I hear they go for the person you want. But you know what the politician needs? You know what the politician needs you outside. Even if that person know that they will not win, you know what they need you outside. They need you outside because of the influence they have over you. Some of them, the guys, they know that they will not win, but when they see the crowd, they say, "Yeah, people know me. People know me." Then their self-glory comes. Even if I win, I know that. You know, some people, they don't want to bother people they don't want to need to be on the bother people. And they don't want to bother need to be on the bother people. They say, on the bother people. Eh? So, folks, we're just trying to encourage us Liberians to be positive. Positivity is a way forward. Violence is not lacking one man. Everybody can do what it takes to make Liberia better. I'm Cyrus. I definitely have to go, and I hope to be with you just another time. Whatever the situation is, we're hoping that we'll always be around to talk to you. Hello. Yeah, okay, so I think somebody wants to make an impact. So you can go ahead and call. Let's see what this person have to say. Let's see what this person have to say. It's difficult. We definitely gotta go. We definitely have to go, folks. It's been it's been a very very nice time with you. You know, coming out on this platform to talk consistently. This is KaeTv, by the way. You know, KaeTv currently we're having some serious issues. You know, when you're starting something or something you're starting, there can be a lot of differences. There can be a lot of issues, but we're not going to give up easily. We're not going to call name. We're not going to blame anybody for whatever. We'll take the responsibility as leaders. So those of you who are seeing the KaeTv page that is split, we're trying to work. We're working on something. We're trying to get our technicians to do their best to make sure that we have our page synchronized. It's difficult, but I know that we'll get there. You know, that's life. You gotta keep trying. You can try, you mean you're not man. Yeah, no man was story, no success was story. So we are here for good. It's just that, you know, the ups and downs, the lows, the highs, these are all things that make us feel at the end of the day we will have a story. We will definitely have a story. So I want to say thanks to all of you for following, thanks to all of you for watching. And you know, it's been a great time. All of my guys who commented, who followed, I want to appreciate all of you. You know, a long time I haven't interfaced, man. My guys from Looking Town, the award-winning journalist Winston Bloody, Anthony Jeff. Winston Bloody is from Banana FM, and then I'm of course to my man. Of course, I can cause behind the scene, but now on the TV, except when the discussion calls for some Sunday school words, and we can hesitate to use it. But cousin cannot, it cannot move anywhere. But I want to thank you very much, Comrade, for watching, for following, for commenting. Anthony J. Fan, Prince Allison from OCM Radio, all the way there in Kwara. Remember, making my man will come, Monrovia anytime soon. I will come pay a visit to OCM Radio, but man,
voice. Long time. Yeah, long time we've not really talked about. I just want to come over there and talk about District 15 politics, see what we can make, what sense we can make of the district. District 15 in my area. Yeah, above all else, among all the districts in Liberia, that district by Liberia was born. One day people will get to know that we once upon a time, that people get cool, great men, right? One of the best engineers when it comes to sound in Liberia. And we are winning award, Jere Messi. Jere Messi now win sound war better. Jere Jackie Roger winning award in videography for District 15. So we got great people. There are a lot of names to call. But we'll find a day of appreciation. There are a lot of guys who we should commend for the work they've done so far. We want to commend every Liberian, those who have registered to vote and those who are on their way, those who are on it. I'm sure now the lines are not very long, they're not very packed, except for certain places because maybe equipment malfunction and like how to change it. But all of those who are registering to vote, please make sure that you register to vote. Get your card. What my card said? My cards will be here. I want to show it, but I don't believe I should be showing you my card said. That's my personal thing, right? When I go to the bank, when I go collect something, I will show my card. Or when there's a need that I can't enter the place with my photo card because some people them go eat some money now. Some people they get talking mad now. Some politicians they have be sharing money. So they voting card. You know what I'm going for? Every day I eat your money like free. Oh man, the money coming also don't hesitate to eat it. Eat it in a way that you're not getting in trouble. When it gets to you, don't give it back. Yeah, you know how to eat politician money. This is the best. Any politician give you the money, eat it. If it come for you to, hey, listen, yeah, I know how to do it. If they give you money, especially when they give you money to food, eat that money. I want to know whether they get different word for eating money. Let me say it again. Any politician give you money to vote or to go register or to you get option. That's why they say voting a choice, a decision. If you won't go there and have money in your hand, eat it and don't go. You see, I'm making fun. If you want to get that money, we're all going, get that money, you eat it. They want to get do that somebody that thing I worry about is you want to do it. So I see my man, Penny man, you telling me say they want to eat the money. Eat the money. No problem. That money not free money. F-R-E-E that free money. Anybody get you money to go say go register to go eat that money. Don't go there. Eat that money. Eat it like you eat it with gush. Don't hesitate. Anybody now, any money can say share money for people to go to the other political gallery. If you have to eat that money and run away, don't go there. Nobody will knock you down. That politician will not can say money, can ask you say why you not go on my program. Now free money. Anything else do to feed yourself with that money there. What they can give for you to go on political gallery or gallery. You must eat it. You must eat that money. You can't say that you say because I sorry the make money with the man something. You make fun. Eat that money. Eat that money in a way that you will not regret. Nobody will judge you for eating that money. Because first of all, you're looking for you're not hungry, that money can. When that money can, you eat it. Right there when you share among people. That free money. That money when you're not even the time, they don't want to be nothing. They don't want to be something that when you look at it, you say, oh, because I think I'm talking. Eat when they gave money to vote or to register, and they you have to eat that money or going to register. You must do it. Eat it. The one thing you do now, you know my brand every day, the power thing you take every day. The new one are going there, you know what kind of good thing they're going to enjoy. You know, every session, every bunch of the legislature, every year of the legislature, they people get all the money. They get all kinds of super money they can eat in that place. They done it. They eat different money down there. They can't allow me to time, they can't add and they say they're good. They can't add and say they're perfect. They get cheese on the tip. And they can't bring money and say, oh, I need money now. You making fun. Eat it. You eat it. Share like I do. Oh, yeah.
You get money, eat it. How you gonna be worried? Say, oh, I'm wearing, or you know, you dig on, you pass on, and not order. Eat the money, and they're like your money. Your entitlement because possible you will never eat money for that person again. Oh, yeah. So, Laura, Faba, you don't want to buy that one. I do you, but you go out you good. How you get a voting car? Yeah, make sure you control. No, don't let nobody take your car from you because they say maybe you go visit, they show your car. They show your car, you get your mind, put your package, you wrap it. Now, they can do nothing. They can take your car from you. Nobody can take a voting car from you. They say you won't go, you go to nonsense way. If for you, they want it. And they can't use that voting card to go vote. They got call you for you to go for even you give it to them, they got to call you to go vote. Now where the whole thing is, that's where loyalty comes in. So when you take my voting card number, some those are you people who can be buying voting card because that's what happened. Buying voting card. There's no way you get my voting card to go vote for me. It's not possible. Come on, baby, when you take the person voting card, that person that out of vote by waste. Because voting, spiritual voting. Nigga, know where you say you go vote. You gotta be there physically in body and soul and mind and spirit. You gotta be sound man. And when that day when you get crazy, you go to the ballot, you will not vote. Easy. When you get crazy that day, you go to the ballot box, you will not vote. When you drunk that day, you go to the ballot box, you will not vote because now you allow you on the land. That's why you see, you gotta get sense, sound mind. It will get you to the ballot box. That's why when you go to the ballot box, people expect for you to make good decision because you have to be of sound mind. You gotta be seen, not insane. Sing your 5 cents and 8 possible. You can add 200 to make it 8 or make it 7. You go there to the ballot box to go vote with 7 cents so you can be clear and sober. You sober minded, you make good decision. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm Cyrus Will Smith. Thank you very much, folks, for listening. We'll be here again. We're not get tired cautioning and pity sense into people here. There will come a time that we'll go quarter. Sometimes a need be will go quarter. Whatever waste time, we'll be here, be having saw, be having wash, be having wash. Whenever a baby will kind of, oh, you can't be like a business. I'm forced to call you. I will be talking. And we're not kind of causing people to eat any politician money. And you not let that person. And in the meantime, you go there, you eat the money. You go to there, you sit down there, you bear patient, you eat that money. When you eat that money, and then you go there, you not vote for them. They can do nothing, they can do shit to you. And right, eat it, nothing will happen. You can't say you got a politician. So I will see here again. I don't eat that money. And you can say, baby, oh, and I'm a man, I don't eat that money. Business. So I'm finding it difficult to do this, but folks, that's it. Thank you so much for following. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we will be around here another time. And today is the birthday of my brother, Destin E. Smith. Yeah, I'm a beginner with a mega and a giant. Yeah. Happy birthday, bro. I wish you well. I wish you long life, many long life to come. And I hope that you stay good, you stay calm, and remain a successful kid, bro. Life is ahead, and I wish you well. All my comrades, my students, my former students, and I want to say thanks to all of you for following and watching. And we got something big coming up with our KaeTv, so we might not need to look for people, right? Because I've always told my sponsor that I will have people. I don't need to look for people, but however, when the time reaches, very soon we'll reach out as much as we can. So thank you for following, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and do have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. Again, don't forget about the advice I gave you. Anybody can give you money to go for them. Eat it. And I'm telling you who to vote for. I'm a business. I got no business with they say go for it. I got no right to do that myself. But thing I can tell you to do, when they give you money to vote, you must eat it. Eat it. Don't joke. Don't be scared. That free money, eat it. Because they know in a sense, in a deep sense, they're not supposed to give you money to go vote. When they do it, they don't be scared. Eat the damn money. They can't be worried about say, oh, they may have my uncle. I want to eat the money, but you know when you eat the money, don't go near him.
Yeah, thank you so much.